Hello everybody. Today we'll be doing Microsoft Access. In the previous video, I had taught you how to basically operate, how to start, how to create a tables, which is the necessity in order to go for queries, forms, or reports. So today we'll be doing a question for tables. Let me open the question for the table. So this is a question which says Dink Limited maintains a database to store pay details of its employees using the following two tables. So there's a company, Dink Limited, who prepares the details of employees and their pay through the database management system. So there are two tables, employee table, though the fields and the description for the employee tables are given. Employee code, description goes like identification of employee, where it is a primary key. I'll explain you what is the primary key once we'll go back to the question, once we'll be doing it practically. Second, employee name, the description is name of employee. Department, it has specified that the department in the particular company is either finance, either marketing, or human resource. Experience is the years of experience. This is for the employee table. The second is pay details. Another pay details, the first field is employee code, which is the identification of employees. And second is basic pay, that is the basic pay for the month. So this is second table. In the first to the and second table, you can notice the two fields are same. That is the employee code. In the first table, on the employee code, it is written primary key, and under the second table, that is the pay details table, the employee code is written as foreign key. What do you mean by this? Primary key and the foreign key are the basic keys for the database management system, which seeks, I'll tell you, which says that primary key is a column or a group of columns in a table that uniquely identify every row in that table. The primary key can't be a duplicate, meaning the same value can't appear more than once in the table. A table cannot have more than one primary key. Rules for defining primary key are: two rows can't have the primary key value in a table. The primary key field cannot be null. The primary key, the value in a primary key column can never be modified or updated if any foreign key refers to that primary key. Example, in the following example, student ID is the primary key. This student ID is uniquely identified, and this basically depicts or basically defines this particular table. That is why student ID is referred to as a primary key. Going back to the question, so the employee code, supposingly the computer automatically identifies a few records as 1, 2. So in that to be in employee table. Now going to the pay details table, you do not need to mention the employee code. If you're mentioning the employee code as foreign key, it will automatically take the data of the previous table. So you do not need to mention the employee code. Hence, foreign key defines that it has to take the data from a table or from any other table where this particular field is already a primary key. I'll tell you, I'll define the foreign key in a manner. It is a column that creates a relationship between the two tables. The purpose of foreign key is to maintain data integrity and allow navigation between two different instances of an entity. It acts as a cross-reference between two tables as it references the primary key of another table. Wherever in a question, any particular field is mentioned as a foreign key, that means in any of the tables, not specifically in that specific table where foreign key is mentioned, there won't be, there can be a primary key, but that particular field cannot have a primary key in that particular table. It can be, or it has to be a primary key in any other table in your particular company. So in pay details, my employee code is a foreign key, and in your employee table, my employee code is a primary key. Now, what you need to do is, you need to create a database with the name Dink Limited, and while entering the data in pay details, table must be ensured that the basic pay does not exceed 50,000. So basic pay is in our second table. So while preparing second table, we need to keep in mind that your basic pay, that is basic pay for the month, should not exceed 50,000. Moreover, you need to record any 6 employees in the company. So let's start the question. We'll open the Microsoft Access. We'll click on any blank database. We'll name it as Dink Limited. And let's create it. Now this particular format will come as it says table, ID, and this. So this particular view is the data sheet view. In the last video, I have told you that there are 2 views. In the view column, you can just find it out and click it out and see that there are 2 views, data sheet view and the design view. In the data sheet view, you can get a view related to how your table looks like. And in design view, you need to create how you want your table to look like. So when I need to create a table, I need to create a table through design view. So I'll click on design view. As I click on design view, it says what should be my table name. So in the question that's written, there are 2 tables, one with the employee name, employee table, and the other is basic pay details. So this is I'll write down employee as my table name. Now you can see on the left hand side, the table 1 name changes to employee table. Now I need to write down the field names. Going back to the question, let's check what are the fields which we need to find, which we need to write off. Employee code, where you need to have an auto number and a primary key. Employee name, that is the name of employee. Department, finance, marketing, human resource. Experience, years of experience. So let's go back to our Access. We'll be writing employee code. Employee code has to be written as primary key. Can you see just next, before employee code it's written, there is a key being drawn. Can you click it? Can you right click it on that key? You can see primary key. Click on the primary key, that key vanishes away. So in the question, it's been given under employee table, you need to create employee code as primary key. So we'll bring that particular sign that is the key sign. Moreover, the primary key is also drawn under the tab tools, design tools. We'll mark employee code as auto number. Next is employee name. We'll mention it as text. Next is department. So under department, in the question, there are being options being given. So I need to prepare a drop-down list. How to prepare a drop-down list? I have told you in the last class through lookup wizard. We'll click on the lookup wizard and there'll be a box. It says I want the lookup column to look up the values in a table or a query, or I will type the values that I want. So I'll type the values that I want. Click on next. And it will show that what you need to write, what type of list you want. Matlab what in your list, what things you want. So I want finance, I want marketing, I want human resource. I click on next, and I want under the department head only, and I'll finish it up. Fourth is experience. That is years of experience, and I think years of experience comes in, I wanted a number, so I'll click on number. I'll save this particular table. Now I need to create the second table. I click on create tool, table. I click on design view, the same format. I want to name it as pay details. Click on OK. And you can see the second table has been opened up, that is pay details. Here, employee code, and I need to remove this key, primary key, because there is no sign for the foreign key. Foreign key basically means the data need to be taken off from the primary key, from the table where this particular thing has been in the primary key. So from the employee table, they will find it out their details. We need to create a relationship in order to put on the details of employee code in the second table. We'll learn that. But before that, let's remove that primary key from that particular employee code. Next is, what was the next? Next was basic pay. That is the basic pay for the month, and it has something that is yes. Under the second, it says while entering the data in pay details table, it must be entered that the basic pay does not exceed 50,000. So basic pay, under basic pay, I want numbers. And under validation rule, I want less than or equivalent to 50,000. Salary should not exceed 50,000. I click on save. Now on the first table, I'll go and I'll click on the data sheet view. That is how my table will look like. Employee name, I'll write down A. Let me write down A. Department, I'll choose as finance. Experience 2. Employee name, I'll not type under employee code because it is an auto number. The computer will take automatically the employee code. So under employee name, maybe the B. Let me take it as marketing department, experience 3. I need to prepare 6 records. You can write down any of the details. Now I'll save it up. Let's go to the pay details. The pay detail table will look like this. It has only employee code and the pay basic. Basic pay. Now, basic pay is 40,000 for 140,000, 145,000, one to be, let's say, one to have 60,000. Will it accept? See, now there's a dialog box in which says salary should not exceed 50,000. So we'll just edit it. And I'll save it. So you can see my 2 tables are being formed, employee table and pay details table. So this is how we create the table. Now, the most important thing is primary key and foreign key relationship. Going back again to the access file, we need to create a relationship. Before, let's start with the relationship. You need to click on database tools, click on relationship. So you require 2 tables in order to have relationship. I'll add this employee table and I'll add pay details table. Close this. I'll drag this primary key to the pay details table employee code. Just look at carefully and then release it. A dialog box will open of relationship. That means table query, employee, and related table, pay detail. So under employee table, I want employee code, and under pay detail table, I want employee code. So on my left hand side, there has to be primary key, and on the right hand side of the column, it has to be the foreign key. Now, enforce referential integrity and then create. Sorry. Before you need to create a relationship, you need to close all the tables. So again, I'll build up the relationship. I'll drag the employee code from the employee table and release it on employee code under pay details table. There'll be a dialog box. I'll check The box enforce referential integrity. That means preparing or creating the relationship between two tables, which seeks that every data of that particular table is related to the data of the second table. And through this, you can create one-to-many relationship. Now I'll click on create, and you can see this particular line which denotes one-to-many relationship. That means through employee code, you can create, basically you can have the relationship between these two tables. That means through employee code, you can get to know that which employee has which basic pay. So this was a question where we had learned how to create the tables, how to put the validation rule. We had recorded 6 employees and how to create the relationship. If you to go to queries, to go to reports, to go to forms, you need to maintain the relationship. So the relationship after the tables is the most important thing. So please learn and practice this particular question.